And not forgetting, what have you in that particular one. Kayode Ojo is still with me this morning. Kayode, let's look at this group critically. Interestingly, it's a group that has, former champions. I mean, Cameroon, Senegal, the Gambia, and Guinea.
Very interesting group in the African Cup of Nations. Exciting matches in different groups, but look at this particular group. We have the defending champion. We have the defending champion Senegal that will be there, that will be coming out smoking to defend their title. And we have the 5 times African Cup of Nations winner, Cameroon, who we also want to put give an impression of who they are in the African stage. And then we have Guinea, who are by the latest FIFA ranking, they are 15th in Africa, 80th in the world. And then the last person on that group is Gambia, and they are the lowest ranked team in that group. But of course, football are so developed in Africa that you will expect you can't look down on any team, because there will be a lot of surprises. They want to actually give up their best to make sure they actually come out smoking and qualify to the next round. But it's going to be a very, very tight group. But I see on paper, if you look at it on paper, you will see that for Senegal and Cameroon should be able to, qualify. And then either of Guinea and Gambia can actually look for either of the 4 third best place team for them to qualify.
All right, let's look at Gambia, for instance. Gambia, at the last African Cup of Nations, being their first appearance in Cameroon, they got to the quarterfinals of the tournament. Now, it was a shocker for a lot of countries. Gambia gets into the quarterfinals in their first appearance, and now they are going again for their second appearance. It shows you that that is no fluke at all, and they are looking forward to capitalize on that. Playing against Cameroon, a Cameroon side that is not so as strong as before, and a side, of course, Senegal, where we have some of their players scattered abroad. Some of them are going to play the Saudi Arabia League. Don't you think they can also cause an upset because with what happened in Cameroon?
Of course, if like you have rightly pointed out, the first time they appeared in the African Cup of Nations was the last the tournament in 2021, and they came out surprising everybody in the tournament. To an extent, they actually defeated Tunisia in the course of the group, and then if not, it was this same Cameroon that they lost to at the quarterfinal in that stage. So I believe they can actually also make their mark on the stage, because the Scorpions are always not going to be, you cannot see the Scorpion and be smiling. They are going to be coming and be looking for a way to sting their opponent, and you cannot rule them out of it. They will surely want to make a mark at this tournament again.
All right, and now, of course, to the country called Guinea, the City National, at the last tournament, they finished at the round of 16, and they have quite a number of players, not forgetting Gurasi, who is doing a lot right now in the German Bundesliga. Interestingly, we'll get to see the very big one. But looking at Group C, I would like to have your predictions for the first 2, and of course, the team that you think will qualify as one of the best losers from that particular group.
Man, the first matches of this group, Senegal will be taking on Gambia, and Cameroon will be taking on Guinea. So whichever result that this lower ranked team, Guinea and the Gambia, can get from these 2 top nations, we actually go a long way to determine how they are going to fare in the tournament from the group stages. So if for instance the Gambia, the Guinea can actually get probably a point from Cameroon, and then they can decide to look for a way to slug it out with the Gambia and get 3 points. I see them doing well in the tournament, just like the way they did in the last tournament in their group stages. They came out with 7 points. They were the same point with Mali. So it was unexpected. So you won't be sure, you won't be surprised if they come out with the same kind of mentality in this tournament, taking every match at the first match, and then before you think about the second match. So I see them doing, I see them, if they are not qualifying as a second in the group, I see them coming as one of the best 4 teams that will qualify at the 3rd best losers.
All right, Kayode Ojo drops his prediction there, and we'll wait to see if it becomes the next octopus in the world of football. But one thing is certain, it's going to be an interesting one. Naby Keita is also in the Guinea national team. So that group is a group that everyone will want to watch out to see what plays out in that particular one. For Cameroon, Samuel Eto'o is telling them, you have to do it this time. You have to win the Nations Cup this time. The only country that has won the Nations Cup more than Cameroon is Egypt.
Yeah.
And right now, we are having, winners, of course, new winners, or we have countries that have not won it in a long time come back to win it again. But now let's look at the teams that would actually go to the end of this tournament. Yes, it's Group C. Do you think one of the teams in Group C will go all the way to the finals?
Man, you can bet it. I can tell you, Senegal will do all what they can to actually retain this title. I know it's very rare for us to have seen, after the years, to have seen the Egyptian national team dominating the African Nations Cup and winning it about 3 straight times. I see Senegal doing the same, but I just hope that the mindset they have in their tactical norms with Aliou Cisse, the coach, giving them the best of attacking flair, and the middle of the park, they are so compact in the middle of the park. And don't forget the defense, Kalilou Koulibaly will be there to give them the top notch, and also we can Edouard Mendy at the goalpost. So I see them going all the way from that group and probably defending their title.
All right, all the way from that group, defending their title, way to find out. But it is the African Cup of Nations, the Africa's own kind of competition that houses, different teams in Africa and decides who reigns supreme in the world of sports, football in Africa. And don't forget, it run from January to February 2024. It was originally scheduled to run this year, but of course, when you look at the region around the June, July, it usually rains a lot in Cote d'Ivoire. The reason that's why they pushed it to 2024 in January and February. We hope that the players will acclimatize. We've seen players now, countries going to the East African, part of the world to camp. Some of them have decided to go to neighboring countries to acclimatize to the weather and wait to, of course, see how it goes. All right, away from the African Cup of Nations, now go straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yesterday, on Wednesday, Sunshine Stars, got the better of Doma United. 2-0. It finished right there in Akure. And not forgetting what happened, it was a mini silence that was, seen and witnessed to honor, to pay tribute to the kit manager who lost his life via the robbery incident that happened. A sad one indeed, but Sunshine Stars were able to pick maximum points, Kayode.
Yeah, very good consolidating point for them, because they need that point for them to climb up the ladder at the Premier League table. So it's a good one. Isaac scoring at the 20th minute, and Olufemi adding into the second and the 47th minute. So it's a good one for them to actually be able to get the 3 points against Doma United. Doma United, who happens to be the second on the log in the Premier League. But you can see the reason why we are still clamoring for the best for our league, because when you are home, you have this kind of confidence that you can get the needed result against whoever that will come your way. But when you are going on the way, you just see yourself actually being self-defeated before you even start the match. So I want to see a league where the away team will be giving the home team a ride for their money.
All right, let's look at the table right now. The table, Sunshine Stars, courtesy of that victory, they have moved to number 8 on the table with 21 points from 16 matches. And they're gradually climbing into the continental sport for Africa, for Nigeria. Well, Remo Stars still top the table with Doma United second. After that defeat, they still remain second. Lobby Stars are third on the log with 26 points. Bendel Insurance are currently fourth on the log. They would, of course, play their game later today. And also, let's look at the fixtures for today. We'll have a series of matches to be played across different parts of Nigeria. Abia Warriors will be in Umuahia to take on Gombe United. Bayelsa United will be in Yenagua to welcome Eyimba International. Enugu Rangers is back to their home ground, the Cathedral in Enugu State. Haven't played in Oka, Anambra State for the past few years. They finally returned back home and will be welcoming Shooting Stars. That's a big one. Enugu Rangers, Shooting Stars, traditional teams when it comes to the NPFL. Yeah. Heartland FC of Owerri will take on Remo Stars in Owerri. And Kano Pillars, Sei Mesugida Boys will be at the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano to welcome Kwara United. Katsina United will be at home to Akwa United. That's a game that Mike Elibo will be playing against his former side. Lobby Stars will be up against Niger Tornadoes. Plateau United will be in Jos to welcome Sporting Lagos. They call them the noisy Lagosians. And Rivers United will be at home to Bendel Insurance. Kaidoji, your pick fixture for this midweek.
Man, the big fixture, like you have pointed out, will be the match against Enugu Rangers and Shooting Stars. It's going to be an exciting encounter, considering when you look at what the two teams are on the group. They are on the both are on 19 points. the 10 and 11 position respectively. So you will see them coming out doing what they need to do to get a better of each other in the match as per the result, and even on the log as per the group as per the table. But I tell you, because of the situation we have in our league, you will see what you want to.